Hi guys, Beetlejuice here, and today what I have for you is the final leg of Racing Monkey's open wheel racing series, and on the support race we'll be racing on Urban Renewal for 25 laps. This was a month-long event wherein racing takes
Ito
place
talaga
every
eh.
Saturday, and for the main race for the first time we will be running on Racing Monkey's custom track, which I will show later in the video. For now, let's dive into the first race. Okay, so for the first race,
25
I'm
laps
going to
siguro
start at
ano
6th
to?
place in the middle of the pack. Hopefully, we could get away from the chaos. And lights out and away we go. So I
Oh my
screwed up
god,
the
nag-spin ako.
launch.
Shit.
So I lost a place there going to the first corner. I'm going to go down the inside of this guy and we reclaim the place. So far so good. No one's
Ah, ito yung
crashing into
ano,
each other
edit.
until this hairpin where I
Sorry,
bump
sorry. Sorry,
into
sorry. I'm
the
sorry,
guy in
I'm
front of
sorry.
me. Now going to the next corner. This
Ha?
this is the section of the track where I'm poor. I'm not that fast on this part of the track.
Of course, Senna is on pole position again.
Yes, Senna, always on pole ever since he joined the series, but needless to say, he was kind enough to not lap all of us. So going back to the race, going into this twisty section of the track, I'm catching up with the purple car in front, and as we go to this second to the last corner, he
Ay,
lost his
sorry.
front wing, and
I am
I
sorry, I am sorry.
apologize. This
Nag-crash siya sa
hairpin,
harap ko eh.
uh, I bent that hairpin. Overall, it was a rubbish first lap. But let's just go to lap number 4, and on this lap I was trying to catch
Okay, so
si
what
Raulo,
happens?
and props to him for having to improve on this race. So far he's quicker compared to the last time I met him. And now going to the first hairpin. I still don't know how to take that hairpin, but now I'm going to the part where I'm the weakest, where I'm the most vulnerable, but on this next turn, I will pass him because I save up enough ERS to get by him. So
Gotta
that's
pass
about
him.
it. And
You're
now
about
we
to hit.
are going to fast forward again to lap number 8.
Okay, we're able to
This
stretch
time I'm hunting
the
down
spin.
cheese rings. However, the leader is already
Grabe.
light years ahead of us. So at max, I'm looking at a second place
Nakabutan
finish.
natin si Cheese Ring sa pit stop. I need to clear this guy para kahit pa paano may fighting chance tayo against Senna.
Now, what I really meant there was to at least close the gap for at least 30 seconds. At least I could close up to him by 30 seconds. If I do that, I'm happy. But the guy in front of me is quick, so it's going to be hard to achieve that. And it will be even harder because I keep bending these corners.
Ang ina, ba't nababangga ako
Okay?
ron?
I'm really frustrated on this part of the race because I, I'm coming out of corners poor, and that's why he's building a gap on me. Cheese Rings is building a gap on me, and hands down he's the quicker guy. With that being said, despite him running away with second place, I'm still sticking to my game plan, which was to be consistent all throughout the race. In other words,
29
I'm trying to
seconds.
be Checo
Grabe naman
Perez
sa
by
bilis
way
yun.
of being efficient. Needless to say, I really want to emulate Senna, but if I do that, I'll be pitting every lap due to constant crashing. For now, let's just fast forward to lap number 10. He got away from me after a few laps, but on lap number 10, the unthinkable happened. Okay, lap number 10. I can see him in the distance. He built a gap and I'm trying to catch him. So the goal is to catch him on this lap. Fortunately, I was able to catch him, but with a twist. So for that, let's just go into this hairpin. So that was decent. On the next corner, another decent corner. So this is the part where he slows down. Why did he slow down? He has a back marker in front of him, so I used the ERS all throughout that section and I managed to catch him. I'm breathing down his gearbox on this section. And after this corner, he drove into the back of that back marker.
What happened there, bro? Ano yun? Buti na lang di ako yung nakuuna. Na 45 seconds, grabe naman yun. Baby pen slip. Quit na.
Okay, so going to fast forward again to lap 21. Lap 21, he managed to close the gap and he's now at the back of me. I'm now looking at the back just to keep tabs on him. And on this section of the track, he's going to pass me. There he is, without a front wing, passing me. So at this point, I just wanted to keep close to him. I just wanted to make it close and see if I could make a move somewhere in the track. But apparently, I'm just too poor. This section, this twisty section coming up here. And you see, the way he clears this section is just faster than me on this section. And after that, he builds a gap. But fortunately, as we go to this final hairpin, he went for a pit stop. So with that being said, I'm on medium tires on lap 21. Meaning to say I'm going to the end on these tires. All I got to do is manage it and then avoid mistakes, and I'll be going home with second place. Skipping to the final lap of the race, my gap to P3 is 3 seconds. However, on lap 24, it was 3.7 seconds. So meaning, he's gaining on me but not gaining enough to catch me. All I need to do now is to nurse the car home, especially now we're in the last lap and my tires are on its last legs.
Nahabol na ako nung nasa.
At the end, it was close, and needless to say, if there was one more lap to go, I would have finished P3 considering how much pace cheese rings have. So yes, that's the support race. Now we're heading over to the main race.
Where are we going to be placed? We're at the back. Nice. Nice. Fucking nice.
So I'm going to try my hardest to commentate this place opening lap. All sorts of chaos took place on this opening lap, so bear with me. 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. Off the bat, we gain several positions. into the first turn on the first chicane. Si Raulo sends Regulus XYZ into the air, and on the right hand side, Shadog got T-boned by Devil Drifts. Drifts is being aggressive right now, going for gaps that doesn't exist. Now, onto the next corner, leading to the hairpin. Is still fighting Shadog. Elbows being thrown, and on the hairpin, he T-boned Shadog, and we also got collected in the process, which results to us giving several positions back, and now we are down in P7, and we are now chasing this lone Ferrari. I think this is Max Dowen. Max Dowen, the mastermind of this event. And here's the Viax on the back straight. I don't know why he's going slow here. Going really slow for some reason. Oh, he has damage. And on this twisty section of the track, we managed to pass them, and we're now in P5. But unfortunately, going to this corner, we hit the guardrail and we gave up a position to Regulus XYZ, who was launched into the air on turn 1, and props to him for recovering to P5. And so far, what a crazy opening lap for this finale. On to lap number 2. After that chaotic opening lap where people are getting punted left, right, and center, we are now chasing Regulus XYZ, whom in my opinion should be driver of the day for that great recovery he had after going airborne on the first chicane. Now going to this corner, we are closing the gap, and we go narrowly into that hairpin, and he went wide, hit the barriers, but he's still fighting hard for his position. And with that being said, we catch up to Shadog, and now both Regulus or Shadog are fighting for position here. Going to the twisty section of the racetrack, they are going wheel to wheel in this section, and while we are watching at the back. And so far it's been great racing between the two. And now Regulus, for some reason, he passed Shadog, and Shadog is all over the place. Now going to this final hairpin, he went wide again. Gotta give him space. And on the last corner, he used the curse. We'll be using the curse on the main straight to catch him up. Now going on lap number 3, on the first chicane, the chicane of death, Shadog went wide again, and we punted him and went sideways, so I stopped to give him the position. And now Devil Drifts is in the mix again, the guy that goes for gaps that doesn't exist. Onto the hairpin, the same hairpin, he punted Shadog again. Oh my god. Shadog has been on the receiving end of punting. He's been punted by me. I think he's been punted by Devil Drips 3 times. And I feel sorry for the guy. Going back to the chase, Regulus has built quite a buffer against us. At the same time, I'm trying my hardest to get away from Devil Drifts, the guy who murdered Shadog several times already. On to the main straight, our main focus now is to clear Regulus. Overall, the race, especially on the midfield, was quite an adventure. Needless to say, I still can't get over that opening lap. Just all sorts of anarchy and devastation of biblical proportions happened on turn 1. I also have an idea of naming the chicane after Regulus, since that it was the first time that chicane witnessed a car going airborne and almost went out of the racetrack. But then again, that's a story for another day. Hopefully in the future, this track would be used for an event again. The track is called RCMK King's Circuit. Maybe just say a suggestion. Maybe throw in the word Carnage in there after this race. Maybe call it Kings of Carnage Circuit. Kidding aside, we're going to skip forward and on to the last hairpin. Regulus, I think he made a mistake, so we were given a free position. We're now up to P3. And our main focus now is to chase Cheese Rings, who has been really quick on this part of the race. Sure, he's behind Ayrton Senna, but Senna is on a different stratosphere compared to us. So him being behind Ayrton Senna is understandable. Going to skip forward again on this part. I made a blunder.
Fuck!
I went straight into the wall. It cost me my front wing and I have to pit again. Mind you that this is lap 11 and I pitted for fresh hards. And I had to pit again because of that mistake. And if I did not made that mistake, I would have been in the mix for P2. But shit happened, so with that being said, I'm effectively P3 in this race. Because after that mistake, I was never able to chase Cheese Rings, and Cheese Rings has been perfect all throughout the race, zero mistakes and all. I never really closed the gap. I think the gap went as big as 32 seconds. That's how fast he was on this track. So I'm going to fast forward to the last lap since nothing of significance happened after lap 11. I was racing alone, encountered several back markers but they never gave any trouble. I just want to seize the moment to thank the people behind this month-long event. To be honest, this is my first time participating in an organized racing event on this game. It goes without saying that the event was a success and hopefully we could have more events like this if time allows. Again, this is the finale race of Racing Monkeys Open Wheel Racing Series. If you want to join, just go to their Facebook page and shoot them a DM. So that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching and see you on the next one.